So I've been putting this off for weeks, and I'll get this out of the way. I'll start with you, Daniel, not because I don't want to keep posting videos and people's comments, assuming they got time, they have any time whatsoever. So, but I think because this seems to be a pattern. I think you did this intentionally, or whatever the system. Not talking about you're not living all that. You're actually the only reason why I consider the living soul concept, not because of Devin or people with too many followers. It's like because of you. Period. It's like, damn, I got to consider, because you're a simple man with relatively few followers. Almost too many, but not, no, it's just right. Like, well, that you can tell you're obviously a real person. But this is not a point of contention with you. Like, why didn't I Skype way back when you asked? This is kind of it with me and people. It's like, no matter how I resonate with someone, there's going to be something where like, no, sorry. And you'd mentioned you got to know everything. Of course you don't. I mean, that defies even the Back to the Future Doc Brown perspective, that you need to know as little about your future as possible. But since there's no time, or shouldn't be no time, even though you predicted I'm for you. I mean, how did you predict I'm for you? That's only I would know that. Like, that's very significant. It's a very important line. I had to change in a song for it to be relevant for me. So and you did it a few weeks before. Like, I changed it. And I don't know, like, and is that how the system works? Does that mean it was directed towards me? No, it doesn't mean it's directed towards me or me only. It's just that, is that the efficiency of the system? Like I said, if this is a simulation, why is the rule set so tight? That doesn't make any sense. If you lose a leg, you would just code it back. If this is code, yada yada yada. But I've been meaning to get this over. Now my brother's died. I'm really surprised, and he had long been over a year. As soon as I had to finally do my responsibility as the eldest brother and take up for, like, you can't be getting drunk and falling on my mother, and you can't stay and you can't bother no more, because that's all you're gonna do. So all that. Not these bad guy. He had his heart hit. I didn't realize how bad his heart was feeling. But yada yada. I don't know. It's just a different reality, and I really don't know why. Why am I listening to anyone that doesn't have like worldwide starvation, count showing the progression of going down? I don't know why we talk about all this nonsense we do. I'm not down with all this nonsense we talk. I mean, just because, I don't know how, you don't have to be full blown on any spectrum. Like I said, we're all, no matter how mild it is, we're all on the narcissism spectrum. No matter how mild it is. So, and it's kind of the same with any of the special autism. You ain't got to be full blown. But like I tell you, we don't know what y'all doing anyways. And I don't, and you might be one of us, you might, but that's really the neurotypical, atypical paradigm. It's the atypicals, we really don't know what you're doing. I'm talking, we really don't. And you don't know what we're doing. Well, we don't know what you're doing. Okay? So that's it. You don't know what the fuck we're doing, and we don't know what the fuck you're doing. And we don't mean to not know what sure, it's both ways. I don't like, well, we don't understand each other. We're just got to, come to terms with it. Okay? And I ain't got my hair to pull no more, because, so... okay, I'm doing this bad. It's just like, I got, I'm doing this like, no, Daniel the lion, like, no, I'm just like, I think you actually, whatever, the system, or there's something that's set up for me to bark back out, which I'm tired of doing. But no, you don't have to know everything. What kind of how can you know? If you know everything, it would interfere with decisions. Like, that's my whole stance with money. It's like, you can't be throwing in, well, what am I to go to the store? No one will give me stuff, money that you can't have, or the money can't be dissolved immediately because the whole world would panic, and or whatever the reason is that we can't. With my blood over intent, we can't get rid of money as soon as I made my blood over intent. I don't know why we keep lingering. Knowing everything would interfere with decisions. It's like saying, like, you can't know, like, if someone was a lawmaker, they shouldn't know they're a lawmaker, or legislator, or president. They shouldn't know it, because it would interfere with the purity of the decision, because they're gonna say, well, power is gonna come in. They're gonna filter what they've decided through power, and then it's gonna be that way because of the inherent power within me that I've decided. That's not the way decisions are made. Decisions need to be made from only the factors that determine what should be. As I always say, one thing I think the neurotypicals might do, they see the world as it is. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You see the world as it should be. You don't see the world as it is. You see the world as it is. So, as you're seeing it as it is, it should be processing into how it should be. I don't understand anyone that doesn't see that way. So I want to make this my last one. I put anyone's comments because, and like I said, I don't mean, oh, y'all stop what you're doing, because like we shouldn't be having talk right now. But this invasion of the mind that I'm perceiving, like this one guy told me, this man tried to tell me something. Like, hey, don't you understand people like you? I'm like, well, can you put marinara sauce on that? Or whatever. I mean, like, can a third world eat how much people like me or dislike me? Is that, in the end, is that my business? I mean, how can it be my business if what the fuck does that do with anything? What does some other entity besides myself liking me, what problems that solve? I mean, that's howdy-doody fine, it's like, but what the fuck, I mean, can you eat that? I don't know how else to say it. Can a child in the third world eat how so much people like me or dislike me? Either way. Okay? So I'm just saying, like, if we make it, if we allow another winter, then I don't know why I don't want to have one subscriber. I don't know who checks in on me. I have almost no. Every time I look, I try. Don't even look at you. It's so pathetic. No one watches this shit, nor should they. But I'm done. Like, I'm serious. I'm done. I mean, I've been this way for a while. Like, if my soul isn't returned, like, that's just all there is to it. I mean, within my power, I'm at least deleting myself. There has to be some kind of clause where you can delete yourself if things get too far out of hand. I don't mean on the earth. I'm talking about permanently. Like, I would just, for the lack of innocence that this realm refuses to release, that alone has me, like, voting all of existence out. As I keep reminding you, the dynamic is not power. As guru after guru that spins on ball keeps demanding that you need to get your power back. There is no any perceived or conceived power will decay, and I don't want to say it. It will just like ferment and rotten, or I'm just, that's theoretical. Power without innocence is meaningless. And if there was a condition, if I came from power without innocence, then I have decided that I shall not return to power without innocence. Innocence is my stance, and I don't have to know anything to decide that.